everybody. It's a great day in Clarkston. Let's go check it out. Bye now. I will. It's a great day.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm LaVon Upton, and welcome to another episode of It's a Good Day When. Today's episode is It's a Good Day When You Get a Gig at the Fillmore Hotel in Detroit. Matt Freud and Kyle O'Grady are residents of Clarkston, and they both graduated from Clarkston High School last June. Since then, Matt's been attending Oakland Community College, and Kyle's been away at Albion, but they still get together and spend most of their time together when they're in town, writing and recording rap music. Kyle creates the beats, and Matt writes the words and performs. They're going to tell us about that. Matt and Kyle, I understand you've been friends since the 4th grade.
Indeed.
You guys have a lot of memories together.
Yes, definitely.
When you first met, was music a common interest back then?
No, I think being so young, it was more of just being friends rather than music came later on.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. We kind of just started off being buddies and just doing, what kids do. We'd get off the bus and play basketball together and hang out, and then kind of, as we grew up, we kind of developed this interest towards music and kind of just developed it together and grew up together into music itself.
Yep.
What would you say influenced you guys to get into the music?
I think just listening to our favorite artist definitely had a big influence on that. I don't know.
Who might that be, your favorite artist?
Well,
Rap artist?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. Well, I mean, we like all genres, but rap definitely influenced us to try that out. Names just like Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, and stuff like that. A lot of people, as our age kids, kind of look up to them and see the kind of life they live, and we kind of were just interested in that, so we kind of took it in our own hands to do that kind of thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I remember you setting up like a studio in Matt's basement.
Yep.
How do you work together?
Well, that all started in 10th grade, I think.
Yeah, around then.
And we just tore a closet down in my basement and kind of put some foam in there and, put a mic in there, and that's how it all started. Kyle, you started with just your laptop, I think.
Yeah, we kind of just started with the laptop, and we kind of just started researching online and just trying to find things that we needed to make this become a possibility. And from there, we just found a place to do it and found some equipment, purchased some equipment, invested some money, and kind of went from there.
Did anybody take an interest in you at that time and encourage you?
I'd say definitely not, besides our family.
Yeah.
What about
Mom
at
and
school?
Dad, that's about it.
No, school definitely not.
No.
What about Mr. Scott Banks?
Mr. Scott
Of
Banks
course.
of Clarkson High School
Yes.
definitely
Yes.
Come
supported
on in
us.
here, Mr. Banks, and talk to us for a minute.
All right.
I'm going to ask him a couple of questions.
Perfect, let's do it.
Because I remember when you came home, Matt, and you were telling me about this teacher at school. So do you remember these kids, Scott?
I remember both of these guys.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I met these guys really the senior year, and the thing I noticed right away was that they both had a real interest in music. We were doing video mostly in my class, but their interest in music was just so strong that I suggested to them that maybe they try to actually go out and make a few songs during the school year, and they actually recorded an entire CD. And so that's kind of how music got started in here. And since they've been here, they've kind of inspired a lot of other students to kind of follow in their footsteps and do the same thing. So.
Would you say they have any talent?
Oh, they've got a lot of talent.
Thank you.
I wish I could teach them. I wish I could say I taught them some of it. I think really my role here was really more of just a matter of recognizing that they had a talent and an interest, and providing them an opportunity to explore that a little bit. So.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
That's all it took in this
took.
case for sure,
Yeah.
and we're all real proud of what's happened. So
Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
all right.
Thank you.
They spend a lot of time devoted to their music. How much time would you say you spend on your music?
Hours, countless hours. I don't know, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
mean-
Couldn't put a number on it, but like a week, I mean, what? At least.
All the time?
Yeah,
All your spare
literally
time?
all the time.
Well, every time we hang out, that's our first conversation.
Yeah.
Revolves around music.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a majority of what we do when we hang out and what we think about in our everyday life.
What did you two do when you were both away at different schools this last year?
Well, it worked out well in a way. We had just put out a CD full of lyrics and beats and stuff like that. So when I was away at school, I took my speakers and my laptop with me. And from there, I'd be able to create the instrumental or the beat behind the song at my dorm room, and then I would just send it over email to Matt, and then he could take it from there and write to it and put his lyrics on it and stuff like that. And then when we met up next time, that would kind of create our song. So it worked out
Yeah,
pretty
everything was
well.
ready. You know, the beat was all ready to go, and then the lyrics were all down pat. So. we
So
just
you'd
put-
write the lyrics?
Yeah,
and
without Kyle there,
Yeah.
because he would just send them to me through an email.
You'd write
so.
the music, and then you're the performer, Matt, right?
Yeah,
Just sing.
well, we both kind of perform. Kyle's the DJ, but since it's my lyrics, yes, I do perform.
You're the singer. You
Yeah.
got. Oh, I remember one of your first purchases was the Mac computer
Mm-hmm.
and the microphone and a couple of speakers, I think. Is that right?
Yep. It's still
Um,
the setup.
What happened the day you decided to play around with this idea? Were you surprised at the sound you made, and were you pleased with what you heard? Did you think it?
I would say
it
not.
was-
Do you
No,
think we were
not
pleased
pleased.
at first?
No, definitely not pleased. But I mean, it was instant interest in it still. So I don't
Yeah.
think we were pleased at all with what we were making. But
we, like we said at the beginning, we look up to some type of people, and that's kind of like the music, the sound we go for. And when we just spend a couple bucks here and there buying some low standard equipment, it definitely didn't come out the way we wanted it to
No.
or anything like that. But just as we keep doing it, it keeps getting a better sound, and things kind of keep rolling from there. So it didn't start well, but it's definitely making some progress now.
yeah.
Who records? I know you've recorded several things.
Yeah, we have a couple different little albums out here and there and some singles, and what we do is we take that setup we have and we kind of just record ourselves there. And I'll do the recording, Matt will go up to the microphone and
Yep.
put his lyrics on it, I'll record all the vocals and edit it all on my computer, and then we can kind of just put together a complete song from there.
So that's how you create it and put it all together and write the music.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you been doing? Have you been performing anywhere, and how's that going?
We actually have some upcoming shows this summer. We booked for July 12th. I'm at the Fillmore with Machine Gun Kelly. July
You're
13th.
the opening act?
Yeah, the day after, July 13th, I'm at the Crowfoot Ballroom with Mike Stud opening for him. So yeah, we're definitely excited, and we're just emailing around, trying to get more gigs, anything we can.
Are you surprised at how you like being on stage?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, I like the all eyes on me kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
So, and can you tell me, Kyle, about making the beats? What does that mean? Maybe you told me a little bit already. but-
Yeah, basically it's kind of just a process that I really enjoy. I'm kind of more of the guy that kind of puts the backtrack of the song together. I've been real influenced by music, like both of us have been since the beginning, and I kind of have an ear for the tempo and the different sounds of the instruments and stuff like that. So I take pride in making a great beat, as they call it, or some call it an instrumental, and it's just the backtrack of Matt's voice. So I enjoy it a lot. It's just all about experimenting, trying a lot of different things, and kind of just seeing what comes out sounding complete and sounding good.
You've already performed at a couple of gigs locally.
Yep.
Is that right? Tell me about that.
The Crowfoot Pike Room was our first show. It was last summer. We got the email about it actually when we were working a landscaping job, so that was our first show. We got the email and we opened it up, and we have been listening to this guy, Huey Mack, for a while now. So, when they asked us, we were obviously really excited for the opportunity, and, took it from there. And then I would say there's 150 people there.
Yeah, I mean, it started real small, but we had never done any type of show before, and like Matt said, we got this email when we were on a job at landscaping, and we were just jumping in excitement because we were so happy that things were starting to become real. And after that day on the stage, we kind of said to ourselves, like, this is what we want to do. This is what we're going to do. And a year ago, I mean, coming up here pretty soon, we're already doing a lot bigger things at bigger venues. So we kind of just took it and ran with it.
Yeah, it's a few hundred to a few thousand now.
Yeah.
So.
You mean
the capacity of the
venues,
yeah. Started with about 100 people, and then we did a couple shows with like 90 people, 150 people, and now we get the privilege of performing at the Fillmore in front of a couple thousand, and then the Crowfoot Ballroom in front of a couple more thousand. So we're really excited about that.
That's very great.
Yeah.
How do you stand out from other rappers, would you say?
I think, I don't know. I think the fact that Kyle does make the beats and it's all original, we all do it. We do it ourselves. I think that's definitely, a big how we stand out as far as that. I don't know. I think the lyrics and the message is more than, face value what you think of your stereotypical rapper nowadays.
Yeah, it's definitely. So, I think it's a big part of it is our message.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of, rap is about, making up how good you are at this or how much money you have here and there. But what I love about what we're doing and what a lot of other people love is that we're just telling our story. We don't care if we have a lot of money. We don't care if we have a lot of fans. We're telling people that, hey, we barely have any fans and we got this dream and we're trying to live it. And I think that's what catches on to people because they really see and appreciate what we're trying to do.
I feel like people want to support that more rather than someone talking about something they don't have. So.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else involved in your performance?
Yeah, definitely. We have a fantastic drummer. He actually he just graduated this year from the high school. His name's Press Campy, and he's been a great drummer for us. We kind of linked up last summer before our first show. It was kind of sporadic. We were friends for a little bit before that, but once we linked up with him, he really provides, the live sound to a show, and it really brings the show together. And it's a great opportunity that he's willing to work with us. So it's awesome.
Sounds like a good combo. Do you sell any merchandise? And what about the shirts that you're wearing? I noticed they're not the same, so I don't know what they are.
This is a Young Now, Successful Later shirt, YNSL. Kyle created the design, actually, but kind of just thought of it together. It's kind of just Young Now, like, it's all about living in the moment, knowing with hard work and, drive, success will come. But it's kind of like you get old and then you look back on things and it's like, I shoulda, coulda, I woulda, coulda, shoulda done this or that. So
it's a message in your shirt.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a brand that we're pushing along with the music. So.
So you have somebody make them for you?
Kyle designed them.
Yep, and then we just find a manufacturer to screen print it for us.
They're available at your concerts, or?
Yeah, we're gonna. We actually just made them a while back, so we're trying to sell as many as we can in person right now, and then we're gonna have a merch table set up at every show for this shirt. And we have a website. It's called ynsl.bigcartel.com, and there we have my shirts, these shirts here, and
some other like upcoming
it has our message on that website. These are my DJ OG shirts. I created them. I created the design. I got them printed just so people could rock a shirt if they came to the show and liked the performance or something like that. So yeah, we'll have merch available at all of our shows for sure.
Now tell me about yours, DJ OG.
Yeah, so I go by the name DJ OG because my last name's O'Grady. So a lot of people, when I was growing up in high school and playing sports and stuff, they would just make it short and call me OG to begin with, not bother with my first or full last name. So it kind of just stemmed from that, and I just put DJ before it, and I thought it looked cool with the 4 letters total, and it worked out well. So that's what I'm going by.
Because you do DJ.
Correct. Yeah, I'm the DJ for the show, and I also do a lot of house parties and graduation parties and stuff like that.
I see.
Yep.
Very good. So you'll be playing at the Fillmore. You told us you've got a couple of gigs coming up. What is the date on that? July?
The Fillmore is July 12th, and then the next day, July 13th, we're at the Crowfoot Ballroom.
How did they get tickets for that, for the Fillmore? Did they call the Fillmore Hotel? It's in Detroit, right?
Right, it is in Detroit. Normally what we do is we just meet up with people. We go get tickets from the venues ourselves, and
Oh.
through social media and stuff like that, we'll be the holders of the tickets, and we'll distribute them that way. That's a lot easier, and our friends kind of get to meet up with us, and we'll be excited to tell them we'll see them at the show and stuff like that.
How do you use social media to get your name out there? Just,
Twitter. I mean, Twitter's a huge.
Yeah, we go through like the 4 main social media sites.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
and
then-
email.
Yeah.
And email.
Yeah.
So will these things be listed or?
Yeah, well, we'll just give you the Twitter. We promote all of our shows and stuff like that through Matt's Twitter,
Yeah.
and that's twitter.com/TheMattFloyd. So it's at the Matt Floyd. And then the Instagram, where we put on pictures of promotions and stuff like that, is also the same as that, same as the Twitter name. And then we put all of our music out through SoundCloud, and that's soundcloud.com/MattFloydMusic. And then that's the same as the Facebook. So the Facebook and SoundCloud are the same, and the Twitter and Instagram are the same. And through those social networks, we get all of our information about tickets and shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, we're going to be there at the concert at the Fillmore on July 12th to
Awesome.
record you live. So we'll have another episode later after you've performed.
Perfect.
Enjoy your
Awesome.
gig. So we'll do a follow-up show with that. And thank you. And let's hear some more of our local artist, Matthew Floyd, performing songs he's written and Kyle has created the beats for.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
See you July 12th at the Fillmore.
Perfect.
Good luck,
See you
guys.
there. Thank
Thanks.
you.